What is up, watch friends? Welcome to another episode of Talking Timepieces with Tony. I'm Tony. Today I am wearing my Rolex OP 36mm, 6.5 inch wrist, turquoise style, kind of a turquoise shirt. um, anyway, first and foremost, it is Friday, so right on. I hope you guys had a great week. It is October, which is Halloween season, which is my favorite time of year, and I thank you for all of the support you guys have been giving me. Last week's video, I was like, "Oh, does my channel suck?" and all that, and I got a lot of great comments. You guys are awesome. Got a ton of questions, so I'm gonna break this Q&A up into um, two different Q&As because I just have way too many questions. First and foremost, a little bit of business, actually. My fiance Jamie, she has a friend who's got a kid that has cancer. Um, and he's had it twice now, and he's got a TikTok page, and he's got a great attitude. He's a cute little guy, and he's positive, and he's not looking for money or anything like that. He just wants to be like famous on TikTok. So if you guys can follow him, just to like, if you're on TikTok, I'm not on TikTok, so I don't, do that, but it's Bo Bean 14. That's TikTok, BOBEAN 14. And I'm sure he'd really appreciate a follow. That's all he wants. It's not like they're trying to get money or anything like that. But appreciate it if you guys can help out with just hitting the like on his page or whatever. So on that note, we got some questions. Let's get into it. First questions from Alex starts, I think it's photography. Hi, Tony. First of all, I hope you're doing well. Thanks, man. Not bad. Thank you for your YouTube channel. Thank you for watching my YouTube channel. It's the perfect way to kick off the weekend. My question, I own a Black Bay chrono with an oyster bracelet and a Submariner. In the summer, my wrist tends to swell quite a bit, so I mostly wear the Submariner in hot weather. Do other brands like Zenith, Breitling, Cartier, etc. also offer adjustable bracelets? Thanks and greetings from France. France, right on, man. As far as Zenith goes, no, I haven't seen anything that's got any micro adjustment on it. Breitling, I don't know at all because I'm not into Breitling. Cartier on the Santos, they have little micro sort of links. You don't have micro adjustments, but the links are really small, so you could, and it's super easy to adjust. I did a video on that a while ago, a couple of years ago, probably at this point, on how to change the links on that. It's super easy. You can do it yourself. But primarily Rolex has, especially on the Submariner, especially the 124060 with the glide lock, which is pretty cool. Tudor, as you know, have, adjustable. OP has adjustable. Not like a glide lock system though, which is really cool. I wish Rolex would do that on all of their bracelets, but they don't. So best of luck on that, man. I appreciate it, and you take care. Next one, Time Bomb, BAUM. Hey, Tony, I just ordered matching watches from Christopher Ward for my wife and I to celebrate the birth of our son. Congratulations, man. That's awesome. An ice blue 12 and 36mm for my wife and a 40mm for me. Have you ever purchased a watch to celebrate life event for? Not necessarily. I buy watches just because when I buy watches, I just want them, and it doesn't have anything to do with any kind of, to celebrate something, you know what I mean? But because I look at it like every day is a celebration of life. So every day we're here, if you can do something, then you're celebrating that day and that moment. I just believe in living right at the moment. But the 12 is actually a nice watch. That's I believe, the one that sort of similar aesthetic to, I even think they even said it's a Gerald Genta kind of homage, right? But congratulations, man. Congratulations on the birth of your son. Appreciate it. David Parrish Productions. What's up, David? How you doing, man? Tony, we are all here to bring the motivation. I appreciate it, man. Question, what is a watch that comes to mind when you think, I was excited to get that watch and it was more than I expected? Love you, brother. Thanks, dude. I love you too. Yeah, I mean, the Rolex GMT Master 2 Batgirl, that when I got that, man, I was just really, and I still am. I love that watch. It's just, I don't know. When I got it, I was blown away. And the more I had it, I was just like, this is, this is amazing. My Cartier Santos Dumont, the last watch I bought, I was almost like regretting buying it, and it was kind of like, I don't know. And then it just kept growing on me and growing on me. And I was like, now I really love that watch. Of course, this one as well. You know, once I got this, I was just super stoked. And then my Zenith Pilot, you know, when this came out a couple years ago, Watches and Wonders, I did a video on my top 5 watches for Watches and Wonders. And I think that was my number 2 pick. I believe it was my number 2 pick, and I got it like 2 weeks later. So yeah, still love that watch. Thanks, Dave. Always appreciate it, man. Nicola 8889. Hello, Mr. Tony. Hey, what's up, dude? I always enjoy watching your videos and your honest opinions and answers. They are always appreciated. Thanks. I appreciate that. About 2 weeks ago, I visited the AD and threw my name on the list for a 41 OP pistachio dial. Since the turquoise dial came out, I feel that other watch brands are following this trendy color, so I'm opting for pistachio. This brings me to my question. Do you prefer the face or the movement and heritage, brand name, etc., or all the above when it comes to buying timepieces? Thanks and have a great weekend. It depends, you know. I mean, some watches I can just look at the dial and go, that's a really cool watch. Like I did that with the Breitling Top Time. I didn't really think about their history and heritage when I bought that watch. I mean, Breitling was a great brand, so I bought the Top Time. When I got it home, I was, you know, after a couple days, I was just like, I was kind of over it. But, and then yeah, it depends if it's a Vacheron Constantin, Patek Philippe, or a GLC, Rolex, Cartier. Yeah, I'm always looking at the history, the heritage. But that's not the only reason. Like for instance, I could look at a Gerald Genta design watch, and there's a lot of history or heritage to the company that has that brand and still not like it, and I still wouldn't buy it. You know what I mean? So it has to be aesthetically nice. And of course, yeah, it helps when it's a brand that's got a lot of history and heritage, right? So thanks, man. Appreciate it. J89318. Question: the Longines Magetic is a watch I've been thinking of pulling the plug on. I mean, pulling the trigger on, pulling the plug down the drain. Buying it for, I've been pulling the plug on buying it for a while. The only thing that's put me off, it doesn't have, okay, let me just rephrase what you're trying to tell me. You want to buy the Longines Magetic. The only thing that's putting you off is it doesn't have a date. Are there any similar style watches that do have a date? Cheers and have a great weekend. I'll put a picture of that up. I don't know. I think there's a Bulova that looks very similar to that, but I don't know if it has a date, and I'm not sure which Bulova it is. And I tried to look real quick online, and I just couldn't find it, but I really just did a brief search. So I will leave it for my viewers. If you guys know of anything that's similar to this Longines Magetic, it's a pilot watch, right? Then you can put the comments in the comment section below and help this dude out. Appreciate it, you guys. Next one from Tom -R6U5T. Tony, lay off the accent. Yeah, it was from my previous video. Just kidding. What do you think is the best dial color on the Cartier Santos? Thanks. I think the best dial on the Cartier Santos, bar none, is the opaline dial, the off-white silverish dial. The original dial on that watch is, to me, the best. And I've had two of those. I had the brown dial. I've seen the green and I've seen the blue dial. And I just think that the original opaline style looking dial is the classiest of them all, you know. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. And I appreciate your question, man. Thank you. Chris Bradshaw 7708. I've really been enjoying your insight with music and listening to your work. Do you have any songs sentimentally attached or somehow related to any of your watches? Well, I don't know. I mean, I certainly wouldn't write a song about a watch. Do I have any songs sentimentally attached or somehow related? No, I mean, I had a Rolex Datejust 36 that I wore when I signed my record deal with Pacific Latin Music in 2018. I don't have that watch anymore, so I guess it really doesn't matter. But no, not really. I don't really associate watches with music so much. But although when I played my last show, I did wear my Zenith Pilot, and it held up perfectly. But thanks for your question, man. Aaron Clark 919. Your channel is killer. Thanks, man. You'll break the plateau of 6 to 7,000 for sure. I really like the Blue Lagoon Tudor 54, but it's not a watch I want to pay retail. With all of your watch knowledge, how long does it usually take for a Tudor to really get discounted on the gray? Keep up the great work, and we all think 10,000 subs is coming. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. It depends. Some Tudors you can actually get at a discount now, even at the AD. You know, I mean, Tudor are sort of slowing down a bit. They're not as hyped as they were. Blue Lagoon is a little bit different. The Flamingo, whatever that one is, the pink one's, you know, different. Certain watches you just don't know, right? You don't know if they're going to go up or they're going to go down. And so I would imagine if they keep it in limited production, it's going to sort of hold where it's at for a while. It'll probably come down a little bit, but I don't know about going under retail anytime soon, but it may. Just keep your eye out, man. Just check out Chrono 24, Bezel, and, you know, whatever other 1916 company or whatever. Just keep looking, man, and see what happens with those. But I appreciate it, man. It's a nice looking watch too. N Dizzle 143. Keep it going, Tony. Thanks, man. Always love your videos. Question for the next vid. Would you ever do a watch brand ranking video? It would be fun and cool to get your take since you're a true lover of horology. Yeah, I have done that too, in the past, but it's probably time to do another one. So yeah, I will. That's a good question, man. I think that's something I should do. I got to do some things to sort of break it up and do some different things, which I'm trying to do. Just trying to make time for everything, you know? But thanks for your question, man. Frank Capolino. What's up, Frank Capolino? Hello, Tony. I like your channel. Thank you. And what watch will you be wearing on Halloween this year? Well, I'll most likely be wearing my Swatch, you know, my Bart Day of the Dead. I can't remember what they actually call it. It's the Doe of the Dead, right? So I'll probably wear that one. It's a cool watch, you know. And then my other Halloween watch I gave to my fiance Jamie, and she loves that, and I'm pretty sure she'll wear that too. So I appreciate your question there, man. This next one, I love watches 81. Hi Tony, thoughts on Junghans watches? How do they compare to Nomos? Thank you, Tony. Cheers. Junghans are cool. The difference between, okay, well, Nomos is close to Germany, and Junghans is, I don't know where exactly they're at in Germany, to be honest with you. But I had a Junghans, and I did give it to one of my viewers. You know who you are. And it was a Max Bill, and it was a quartz watch. So essentially, when you take Junghans, they've been around for a long time, but their automatic movements are primarily like Solita or ETA movements. They have in-house movements as well. Their quartz are, I think a lot of their quartz are in-house movements, and they are working on in-house. But that being said, when you look at Nomos, I think Nomos is a totally different level than Junghans. I got nothing against Junghans, man. I owned one, you know. But Nomos, the build quality is superior to Junghans as far as I'm concerned. I mean, you know, if you don't agree, that's fine. They came off the bat, you know, really been in-house for a long time. Everything, 95% of that company is all in-house. And their watches are remarkable. They're phenomenal. I have 3 of them. But I'm not going to take away from Junghans because I think they're great watches. But I would put Nomos, you know, as far as a superior build, better polishing, better, just overall a better manufacturer than Junghans, you know. So thanks for your question, man. Mike Vandenberg, 6558. I've been watching your content since 2017. Wow, right on, man. I appreciate that. I look forward to watching every week. I got my first Rolex this past spring. Congratulations, dude. Can I get your opinion on the Explorer 36 124270? I am enjoying it. Yeah, it's a classic. 3220 movement, robust. You know, you can't really go wrong with them. And again, Explorer is not really a watch I would purchase, but you know, and a lot of people, like, say, for instance, wouldn't purchase a sub. They're so pedestrian, or they're basic, or they're boring, and that's something I don't care about either. It's like, I love the Submariner because I love the Submariner. Submariner is my favorite, really one of my. I love my GMT. Don't get me wrong, but the Submariner is just like a staple piece. You know what I mean? The Explorer is a staple piece for a lot of people as well, and it's a great sport watch. Yeah, I think it's a great watch, man. And if you have it, enjoy it. Just love it. And congratulations. Emmanuel Rodriguez. Hey, Tony, you're one of the good ones. Please don't lose motivation and keep the good work. Thanks. I appreciate that. Question. I had an amazing SA, sales associate, and I bought 4 great watches from her, 3 Rolex, 1 Cartier for my wife. But sadly, she retired, and now I can't barely get a text back from the new sales associate. This has been happening for at least 7 months. Should I talk to the manager? Anyway, I'm not getting watches, so from my perspective, I don't have much to lose. Yeah, man, look, there's so much debate over that, and I've had that type of question before. You know, it's not a fact of like, no one's calling me back. You've got, obviously you bought some watches from them and whatever. Now this other person's not responding to you. Yeah, it wouldn't hurt, I mean, just say, hey, look, I've got some history here. I've spent some money. I don't understand why I can't get a return text or a return call. Maybe you should go in there, but, that's really what you can do. Just to let them know you're not happy. See if they can give you another sales associate. You know what I mean? So, but I wish you the best of luck. Let me know how it goes. Sancheese 32. If you were in charge of the Seamaster 300M redesign, what would you do? Oh, jeez, man. The 300M is a great watch as it is, I think. I love, like, when I had mine, the white dial, loved it. I don't know about some of their, James Bond ones coming out or whatever, but I think I would kind of keep it as it is. I think I would probably make it a little bit thinner, not so bulky. I would change up the dials a little bit, but not too many of them. I would probably remove the waves on the dial, but for the most part, I really like the watch the way it is. So I don't know if I would change it too much, but thanks, man. I appreciate it. Gregory Enright, 4544. What's up, Gregory? Hey, Tony, love your videos. Please keep doing them. Thanks, man. Gonna do it. I look forward to seeing them every Friday evening. By the way, how's the back? Back is my back. But I bought a new car. So it's an SUV, and it's my first ever SUV. And so it's a little higher up, so it's a little easier on the back to get in and out of the car. So, but thank you. One quick question is it hard to get a VC overseas dual time solid gold, or are they like Rolex and Patek and make you buy less desirable watches and work your way up to get one? By the way, you're a fantastic guitar player. Wish I had your talent. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Well, okay, so let's do this. Let's look at Patek. Patek do make you buy lower models to work your way up. That's their whole thing. Terry Stearns even said that. Rolex, not necessarily. I mean, if you want to straight go for a Daytona, yeah, you're gonna have to buy other things. But so I guess I'm not really, But the VC overseas dual time solid gold, I don't think so, man. I think you go in there and you say, this is what I want, because Vacheron Constantin wants to sell you a watch. They don't want to play games with you. That's one thing I know about Vacheron. They're not going to sit there and try to sell you a patrimony if you don't want one. You know what I mean? Or a historique. If you say that that's what you want, then that's what you want. I don't know what the weight is on those. I don't think they're that in demand, really, but they're a high dollar watch. So, but just go in and ask for it. See what they say. That's all you can do. On that note, you guys, I appreciate it. All right, we're going to do another second Q&A because I have so many questions, and I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you on the next one.